Yo, I'm back and I got a build video just like I told y'all. And I said it was gonna be crazy in one of the comments of one of my last videos. By the way, y'all should be commenting anyway. Um, this build here got me to, it got me past a place I was stuck at. I think I was stuck on like 78 or somewhere by 80s, and then it just blew past everything, and then I was at like 88 before the little freeze thing, and then I just couldn't pass it because of the freeze thing. And then the the only thing is the damage isn't a problem. It's just everything hits you in like one hit, one or two hits, and you're down. So there's no reason for damage reduction or anything like that. There's a couple essential things you need for this boomerang build. Essentially, it's kind of like a grenade traversal build. So you're always debuffing them and then throwing your grenades if you have no grenades, or if you do, you could just do your traversal. The traversal still hit for a couple hundred Ks and all that good stuff. So first thing you're gonna need is a stacked deck. If you can get the shotgun, please, please, please put that shotgun on. It's so much better with boomerang than the SMG. That's the only thing I really need. I just need a shotgun with boomerang. And if you want to run this build with Deadshot, get the assault rifle with Deadshot. The reason you want the shotgun with boomerang is because he's more proficient and you can get more shield harvesting opportunities, and you have a buff always up with the shield harvesting. I'll get into that later why you want that, because essentially you want traversal attack from crit chance. You can melee somebody and throw your crit chance, or with an SMG you're going to get some type of crit chance, right? But if you have the shotgun, you want these three augments. Okay, this is going to have you a buff all the time, and you're still going to be debuffing him, and you're going to have your traversal all the time. All right, now you are going to be kind of squishy, but I think I kind of solved that problem with this next build, with the next weapon, and it's the tier 1 Bane weapon. The reason you want that is because each melee hit has a 50% chance to drop grenade ammo or craze it. And if you're crazing enemies, you're constantly getting a damage buff for 30 seconds. You're constantly getting a damage buff, alright? So these two work really well together. You want this for the grenade or the damage buff, right? It doesn't matter what you put on here, but this is just what I already had on it. So I just kind of just left it on, but essentially with boomerang you want crit chance and shield harvest, and that other stuff really don't matter. I don't even use this weapon at all. And then you want angry face. You should be able to craft it, but if you can't craft it for whatever reason, you want to try to get this as your melee, because instead of getting shield, you get a damage buff. And now if you have the shotgun, you're going to always be shield harvesting, and then which means you're always going to have that buff. And if you're always shield harvesting, it's either you're going to get grenade damage or you're going to craze people and get the damage buff through that. Now, I would recommend, uh, was it throw affliction grenade and then kind of throw a grenade, or just use this to try to get your grenades back or crazy. However you want to do it, but you want this with these three. Actually, suicide strike damage. I mean, you can put it. To me, the most important ones on here is affliction damage, affliction resource from melee hits, and shield harvest chance. The middle one, I mean, to me, it didn't really matter, but those two are the ones that you really need for this build, because without that, you're not gonna really have anything. Like, you want to survive, and you always want to be crazy them, and you want to survive at the same time. I don't know why I'm stuttering today. You know how we get. We're not editing it out. All right. And then for the grenade, this is a must. You cannot have this build without these three. Traversal resource for each enemy hit with a grenade. This works wonders because everybody bunches up. You throw that grenade, you got your traversal resource back. The shield generation, throw that grenade, you get your stuff back. This is how you're gonna survive. If so many people come around, you just throw your grenade, melee, melee, melee. If you're out of grenades, or use a traversal, because with your traversal, you'll be running all over the place. And then if there's a grenade around, it's gonna pick up the grenade for you, more than likely, right? But always try to afflict them, keep them inflicted. I have to keep learning that because I'm just so used to just throwing my grenade out because that's the primary damage in this game. I really don't like that. I hope that everything gets buffed or something, or they fix it. But it is what it is. We're just taking advantage of it. All right, you don't want to get the third one because yes you're still crazing them, okay? But the craze doesn't really last. I mean, granted, you still do want it's a damage buff, and you can have even more, but it's just not really necessary. And all these other things are really needed for this. You're still getting damage, and you can survive with the 2% generated for each hit, okay? Trust me, you can. All right. Now, obviously, you want this here. That's extra damage when people are four people or more crazed around you. Take less damage. It's a no-brainer. Yes, this is mandatory for this build. You do want all three of these. Okay. And this is the max. Okay. Uh, this is the max. That's exactly what you want with this build. Um, yes, we're still running a Steel Turtle Force conduit. Uh, now this one is kind of iffy. I did have traversal attack damage where in the middle part, but I just felt like it wasn't doing enough damage to the brutes, and I would rather have damage to brutes because it says damage, and to me in my head that's overall, like everything, instead of just traversal attack damage. And then I don't see, this is what I'm trying to test out. You always want either 50% damage to enemies that are 25 meters or further away because the grenades. But if you want to go more traversal side, you want to go to the 5 meters or closer or something. But this is definitely better. I've noticed my damage is a lot higher because the grenades do a lot more damage. And not to forget, you're still always debuffing enemies. Your gameplay should always be shooting some enemies. I do have this weird thing in my gameplays where I jump a lot. That's just because I always try to keep moving because of this. That's just me. It's just something I do. I'm so used to jumping all the time. I don't know why, but that's just me. And then you want the Hugo Strange because if you afflict people, you can get a chance of not even taking damage from people that affliction. And then obviously you want the Jinx Unlucky Coin. Okay. Now this was something me and my boy did come up with. He kind of just threw me a tip. He was like, "Hey, I use this melee weapon." I was like, "Oh snap, let me test it out." And then it was another grenade that when you throw it out, some grenade that gives you a damage buff. I didn't really want to use that because this is the strongest grenade. I think these are the strongest grenade. Yeah, you see, look how low these are compared to the Bane set. Well, not this one, but not this one either. But you get what I'm saying. Like the regular grenades are pretty weak compared. I'm trying to see if I can find that grenade. I don't think I have one of those grenades that give you a damage buff. But I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, where I think if you kill them or each enemy hit or something gives you a damage buff. But I heard it stacks. I wasn't able to test it myself, but this was something that I came up with. I think this build is pretty good. I haven't struggled with damage at all. The only thing I do struggle with is the little crystal incursion because that one's just hard right now, bro. But here is my talents. Okay, now mind you, if you have the shotgun, go with the shotgun. Okay, put the shotgun here because you're going to get more harvest chance. And if you get more harvest chance, you're going to be getting more damage buff. if I can get a stack deck shotgun, I would already have this. I wouldn't have I wouldn't have this. I promise you I wouldn't. I mean, maybe. No, I'm not gonna lie. I would have this just because of shield harvest chance. That's about a 30%, almost 40% shield harvest chance, and you don't really. I mean, that's from firearms. I don't care about firearms. We're using grenade and traversal. This is kind of grenade traversal build. Um, Everything else, I don't know. Like, you don't want to use this because you're not killing them with a shotgun. You really pretty much not use this if you do have a shotgun, because your critical hit damage really doesn't matter unless you have like a firearm build, but this is not a firearm build. Sometimes you will get that last kill on the enemy with like the shotgun, but I don't have the shotgun. Okay, these are the only three things I personally would change. You could do switch it up on how you want to switch it, but this is what I found that works for me. Okay, and my squad points, I got damage to grunts, damage to brutes, Batman infused, flash infused, grenade damage, and then once I fill up grenade damage, I am going to, where's the grenade? Oh, not grenade, traversal. That's what I'm going to do. And then I would just focus on the damage side of things. If you're really high, like you about to max out with your cheating ass, if you want to know, if you want to know which ones to fill out, I would fill out more the damage, and then kind of like the shield and all of that. Like I did have shield initially, but it doesn't matter how big your shield is, they still just take it all away. But I will be leaving y'all with some gameplay of me completing, I think, an 88, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure which. I did record something. I want to say it's an 88, but yeah, I was just sliding through it, breezing through it, just chilling, listening to music, and I was just going crazy. But yep, test out the build. This is the build video I told y'all. This is something I came. All right, so Editor Mario here, just letting y'all know. The gameplay pretty much is gonna have like copyright music on it, so I have to kind of talk over it, kind of cut the gameplay a little bit shorter than what I would like. So pretty much, I know I said it was gonna be 88, but it's gonna be 86. I was looking at the gameplay back, it was at 86. I knew it was 80 something, almost 90, but it wasn't an 88. Sorry about that. But in this gameplay, you're pretty much gonna see me just slide through everything. Like I'm just gonna be jumping, sliding, and kind of running away. I know I did have some say about the snipers in one of my videos, but I kind of learned how to deal with them. That's on me, that was definitely a skill issue, but it is a lot of them. Like, they're all over the place. Especially in this map. Well, is it this map? I can't remember. But I didn't have no problems. I was kind of just taking out brutes. I do have a question. You see the timer on the right, right under the rounds, and the bonus critical kills? What is that? I still don't know what that is, and I've been playing since alpha. Well, I didn't have alpha in the game, but I've been playing for like ever. But so as you can see, I just kind of do my traversal, throw grenades, slow them down, shoot them, debuff them a little bit, try to get my shield harvest off. Only because I don't have the shotgun, but if you have the shotgun, you're going to get a lot more shield harvesting opportunities, which means more buff for you, which means more damage, and then you always want to throw the melee out. I can't remember if I died. I didn't watch this gameplay back, but I can't remember I died, but I do remember playing this, and I was like, oh, this is pretty easy. Like, I really wasn't struggling or anything. So, but, um, I will give you another tip. When you're doing your traversal with boomerang, don't ever just do it on the floor. If you can, jump in the air then do it because how like he takes so long to actually do the thing because he like holds it a little bit and then he throws it. But just throw it and then throw it. Just jump up and then do your traversal. Then he's just gonna do it just like that. You see the 123. You see, if I would have shot everybody, it would have been just like that for everyone. Just I know for the veteran players, you already know, but I'm just saying for the people that don't know, that I gotta elaborate and let them know, hey, this is how it works. But as you can see, this is pretty much all you really do with this build. Throw the grenade, connect the grenades. This would be a lot better for Harley. My friend that helped me out do this was playing a Harley, but I just found that the grenades was just really strong for whatever reason. The grenades does the most damage in my testing. Uh, so that's pretty much what I do. Just throw my grenades, try to. What thing I would do differently is I would try to craze him a little bit more. I don't remember crazing him. I do craze him with my weapon thing, but if you can use your squad ultimate as much as you can, because especially on this, you're slowing them down, it's free damage, you know? Makes no sense on why not to get the free damage. But everything slows down, kind of crowd controls everyone. As you can see, round one, easy, right? Everybody knows that the round one is pretty much the easiest one. The round that really matters is round three. And as you can see, I'm just checking to see what's going on. I don't know how accurate these numbers are, okay? We don't know how accurate this stuff is, but if it's that accurate, look, my damage is almost 3,000 overall damage. You know, I was just checking to see the damage boost. I don't know if it's from the damage boost, but I pretty much always have some type of damage buff going, and they're all stacking up together. Now, if we can get more survivability in this game, that'd be crazy. At least like a tank build. I would love to do a tank build as somebody. Like if my people are going crazy and we need somebody to do the revives and everything, I will gladly switch because I'll be trying to do some more harder stuff. But we need more. I feel like this is what we need. It's not much build diversity as we once thought. Now that we got all the stuff, now we see that everybody's going to pretty much run the same thing. As of right now, Craze is the best one because they have a whole gear sets. They have a whole gear sets tailored to Craze. I mean, you can make a build with all the other ones, but I personally don't think it would be as good as Craze right now because Craze is just the best, and everybody's gonna run Craze, and it's pretty much gonna. I think it's gonna be similar. I haven't really checked the leaderboard builds. Really, they haven't been working. I wanted to see what they were doing to get that high, but it hasn't been working. I haven't been able to look at nobody's stuff. So I just came up with my own, and this stuff been working for me so far. I don't know the highest I could get to with this, but I'm just pretty much here to show y'all the the third one, and I'm gonna pretty much just show me beating it, um, because it's like when I was doing it, I wasn't really trying. Like I was just listening to music and singing the song and all that. But I was really just vibing. Like I wasn't sweat mode or anything. You know, like when you go sweat, we just push it because I was like, I'm gonna just try to get to 100. And then this was my last gameplay before the little bug. You know, so. Oh wait. Oh no, I was gonna say he split. No, he didn't split though. But that's pretty much how it went for me. But hey, what can you do about it? I did figure out with that bug that if you restart the game and then go back, it did count, but you shouldn't have to restart every time. So this is what I did. I turned off crossplay, kind of restarted my game, and then it worked. So as you can see, I'm not like I started to realize that these people are gonna just run up and then jump down. Like once I realized that, I was like, oh okay, okay. Like it took me so long, but like the indication where the floor gets a little bit darker, sometimes you can't really do it like that. But I think this is the gameplay where I was just killing brutes. I had one gameplay, I was just killing brutes. I don't know what was going on, but the brutes was just dying. See, all I'm doing is sliding back and forward with my grenades out. Everything's loading back up. Try to melee as much as I can. Like I said, and beginning early in the video, if I could do anything different, I would just craze them a little bit more and have my damage stuff always out. Because I'm missing so much damage by not crazing them with the grenade and then throwing a grenade. But And I typically, yeah. Oh yeah, and for them people, if you want to stop them from blowing up, you want to use your suicide strike, as I learned, and it actually works. And I kind of would get out the way. If I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed, I will run and then come back like I'm the Flash. Don't do that. But I had no other option. I feel like I had no other option, so I just did that. Then you see it was 70 Ks, but it was 70K per hit, and I don't know how many times Boomerang hit them, but it does a pretty significant amount of damage, you know. So I wasn't really tripping, but I always try to do all that. Oh, and please utilize the sliding and the ground jumping and all that stuff. It helps you get around. I find myself always sliding around, which is something because you don't want to be just running and without because you can't sprint. So you always want to be moving around and trying to do something. I found that sliding more helps me stay alive longer. I don't know how I survived right here, but I did. But and then I got a grenade and then boom, 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 boom. It was just that easy. But like, I really wasn't struggling. But the build could definitely be better. It's not my best work, but I think this build is something to get you in the door until I get exactly what I want. Like I could get mastered of everything, but like for me, I was just wanted to see what we got, and I feel like that firearm build doesn't work, and I wanted to do like a traversal. I know for a fact I wanted to do a traversal build, and I know that I wanted to do something different. Like I haven't really been seeing too many people do a grenade traversal build and then also have throw craze in there. So I feel like I kind of just made my own thing. I feel like I did pretty good though, but I haven't really went too far yet. I mean, I guess you can count 80 something far, but I don't. I'm looking for the shotgun. I'm literally making this build to look for the shotgun, but I stumble on like there's nothing I just don't kill. Granted, I could do the little sniper and Bizarro stuff, but I feel like since it's so weak right now, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of getting messed up over here. But as you can see, I'm still above, well above, about to just go ahead and just knock this out. I wasn't really struggling, but I was dancing and all. I was just having doing my thing. But only thing I will say, keep them crazed. Keep them crazed, because you see me not keeping them crazed, and that's why my damage is so low. But when I craze them, I get a 300%, 350% damage buff once it's five people. Five people, 350%. Easy. And I get take 50% less damage. So that's why you also want to try to keep as many people crazed as possible. Because if you don't, you're gonna die more and you do less damage. So why wouldn't you try? But oh, and another thing, throw the if you get all these black mass grenades, throw them on your bots. They take more damage. They take 200% more damage. And if you have a stacked deck, that could be almost 1,000% more damage. So at that point, that's even more damage. Getting dare debuffed and then you doing more and all that. Come on now. But I don't know how far you can take this build. If you make this build, and you already got 200 unlocked, I would love to know how far you were able to take this build, and then I'm gonna see how far I could take this build because this is pretty much done. I just started going after the little people, and it's GG's for them, you know. And then I got my grenade back. I should be throwing my grenade soon. Boom, it's GG's 53. He's about to be got. You see what I mean? Like that's pretty much it. But I do hope they have better stuff. Great for this is great for the start, but I hope in season one it's gonna make or break. I need this to come on, like the better stuff need to come on, like more gear and all of that. So we're gonna see what they give us. But I want y'all to see that this stuff can handle it. And I wasn't really like pressed or anything. So make I'm telling you, with a shotgun, this build is gonna go crazy. But for some reason, I can get every other stack deck besides the shotgun and the shotgun and the assault rifle. And I keep getting it for the sniper. I got like four of those, three or four. So you see that two, three. I mean not three, 285. You can go crazy. But that's it. Like, comment, subscribe because I'm pretty much out of here. Just wanted y'all to see that I could do that. And it's really nothing to it. Yeah, I did die at the end, but all I gotta do is run over there. But yeah, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all in the next one.